Some people ask themselves at the start of each Age of Empires 4 game, should I boom or do I do early aggression? To that, the Malians say, which translates roughly to why not both. This is the Malians cow boom with early aggression build order. This exact build order will work best on larger open maps where nodes are further from the enemy TC and against civs that don't tend to attack hyper early in Feudal, which there are a lot of. Think HRE, Abbasid, Chinese, Biz, Delhi, those types of civs, but you can make slight modifications to it depending on the current game state. Really, this is the foundation of the strongest way to play the Malians in my opinion, so let's get into it. Here's the build order in case you want to read it beforehand. So, you get in the game, you queue up villagers at your TC and rally to sheep. Grab your 6 starting villagers, 5 go to a straggler tree, 1 goes to build a pit mine over your gold, and you send your scout out. Then you push your sheep closer to your TC. From there, select all your wood villagers and shift click them to sheep. Then deselect 1 and put them into a control group so you can select them to age up easily later, and put your pit mine villager into a control group so you can easily snap to him to build your houses. Now you just watch your scout, collect sheep, and whenever you get 50 wood, you go to make houses around your pit mine up to 6. You do that for a while, then when he's done with the houses, you have him go over to sheep. You should drop off your sheep right around 2:30 to avoid running out of sheep to eat, and having your villagers stand there with their thumb up their ass. Once you drop off, scout out the back of your base to reveal any safe nodes you can use later, and after he does that, you want to send him to find the enemy base. Now at 14 going on 15 pop, at about 2:35, you should be able to select your 4 villagers from that control group earlier and wait to get 370 food, have them turn in to get 400 and have them build your mansa quarry, and shift click them back to sheep when they're done, so you end up with 8 on food. Then you grab all but 4 villagers from sheep and send them to a straggler tree. The next villager you produce should go to your tree line, and you can shift click your straggler tree villagers over to the tree line for when they're done. Once that tree line villager gets there, drop a lumber mill. Now you want to get 9 villagers on wood. The next villager out will go to your gold node and drop a mining camp and a house, then he mines gold. The moment you age up, you have 2 villagers from wood build a stable. After you've done that, the next villager out goes to build a mill at whatever food source is nearby. At this point, your scout should have found their gold node. Have him wait near it, because when your stable finishes, you're instantly going to upgrade to warrior scouts, build 1 more warrior scout, then transition into continuous sulfur production and rally your stable to the enemy base. If you've done it right, you should be able to hit their gold node right around 5 minutes, and from there, you harass their resources constantly. Then your next villager out of your TC goes to wood, so you have 10 on wood, then rally your TC to gold. Once your mill finishes, you have that same villager build a pasture. Then you can queue 3 cows and rally them to the pasture. After your first pasture, you build another mill so you can upgrade wheelbarrow with 1 mill while the other one continues to produce cows. Then after your second mill, you build more pastures. You want 6 pastures surrounding your TC, leaving a 4x4 space open behind your TC to put your Grand Filani corral later. Now your goal is to just be as annoying as humanly possible, with cavalry hitting their villagers, causing idle time, and forcing them to deviate from their build order by making spears. All the while, you're just making more pastures and cows to get that economy booming. Once you get 8 villagers on gold, you're gonna get the gold gather rate upgrade and rally your TC back to wood for basically the rest of the game, and just start distributing your villagers from wood to whatever resources you need when you need to. As you can see, the AI doesn't really give a shit that I'm beating the shit out of their villagers, but against a human, they're going to garrison their villagers, which will bleed their resources and is basically just as good. Now at some point here, you're going to build an archery range and start building up archers to deal with the enemy's spears that they'll inevitably make to deal with your cavalry, or use them for base defense if they try raiding you. Continue to be annoying with cavalry while you pump so far archers and cows. Go to one of their nodes, once they respond, do a little loop-de-loop and hit another node and repeat the process, bleeding their resources. As you're doing that, you can get your second pit mine going. Eventually you'll get a surplus of wood and you can build more military production buildings and a blacksmith to really ramp up your military when you age up. Once it's safe to do so and you have control, you can stop building military units to save for Castle Age, because that's when you're going to finish them off with the Malians' unique upgrades for archers and sofa. At some point, you'll run out of sheep depending on how many you got, but that's okay because you'll have cows literally surrounding your TC that you can just eat. Grab one of them, put them next to your TC, and have your villagers eat it. Then you can produce cows as needed. You'll only have 18 of 20 cows that you can make in the pastures, so you can just keep making cows from your mill to have an extremely safe food source. You can have up to 8 villagers gathering from 1 cow, so you can have 6 full pastures, then have 16 villagers gather directly from 2 cows, which gives almost as much food as deer, so now you don't really need to even worry about getting food from anywhere else. Once you get enough resources for castle, take 15 from wood and have them build the Grand Filani corral right next to your TC so it enhances all your pastures to generate more food. The moment you hit castle, your main goal before anything else is to get poison arrows, veteran archers, imported armor for sofa, veteran sofa, and military academy, as well as any other blacksmith upgrades you can afford. So move some villagers from wood to gold so you can afford all those upgrades in a timely manner. Also around here you should make some siege workshops and even more archery ranges and stables to really put the nail in their coffin. Then at this point you're just going to start pumping sofas and archers like crazy, and you can move your archers up toward the enemy base, link them up with your horses, and start taking small fights or killing even more of their villagers if they allow it. Then once your upgrades are all done, you can start building siege and committing to winning the game, because with those upgrades and the economic damage you've done earlier, you're gonna wreck whatever forces they manage to get together. From there, if they don't surrender, just get your trebs and finish them off. This has been a guide to the Malians cow boom with early Sofa and Warrior Scout aggression. If you've enjoyed this no bullshit guide, please subscribe to my only cows, ilalu that like button, and comment your inevitable comments calling me bad or something. Thank you, good night, and remember,